Touch Gold, one of your thoroughbreds, a little bit unlucky perhaps at Jebel Ali last year. Is that the target for him again?
Yeah, there's a race next week, and we'll aim for that. He was a little bit. He took a bit of time to acclimatise, and he seems a lot better this year. But he ran a couple of nice races at Jebel Ali, so he seems to like the place.
Yeah, he's got a battling horse, if I remember. He seems to have the right sort of attitude about him.
Yeah, no. And we gelded him since, so let's hopefully he'll just do the job. He's really seemed to cherish the hill, I think, going up there, and he stays on. He's got a top gear, but he does find it a little bit extra.
Has the handicapper given him any respite?
Yeah, not too bad. He's in the 70s, so I think there's plenty of improvement in him.
Well, this is Devdas, who finished second behind Hazaz at Maidan last week in front of one of your other horses, Vigor. But you're telling me he's really turned around over the summer?
Yeah, no, he's really improved. We gelded him, and he was working very well. And I expected him to win, to be honest. But, we just bumped into one that dropped quite a lot down the handicap. So.
I think also Vigor maybe just took the attention off him a little bit because we were all concentrating on him.
Yeah, but, they say Vigor, a lot of horses have, group horses finished in front of him, but not that many finished behind him. So it's to me, it's more important what you finish in front of.
And will this horse now go back to Maidan? Is there a race for him?
Yes, there's quite a few races for him. There's a mile coming up, so most probably the next Maidan he'll go for a mile, and that's most probably his distance. Was most probably a bit short. James said he tried, he did everything correct. It's just we bumped into a better horse.
He's quite unusual. He's by Dylan Thomas. Not too many of those in the UAE.
Yeah, and you would think he'd stay further, but we tried him over further. He doesn't stay. A mile's most probably his best trip. And he's settled now. He's settled in.
This is the aforementioned Vigor, who ran a nice race last week at Maidan. I mean, the conditions of the race weren't that kind to him because he is only a 2-year-old and he was taking on the older horses. Yeah,
no, it's tough. It's tough on a 2-year-old, and but he's a nice horse, and I'm sure he'll win races. So I just thought it'd be nice to get him out and have a run, and we go from there. He will improve for the run for sure. I haven't got a lot of thoroughbreds to work with, so. Most of mine will improve with the run.
Will you put him in some of the UAE Classic preps next year?
Yeah, well, that's his idea. I mean, the problem is I don't know how far he'll stay. Most probably 12 is his best trip. I mean, the 1400 was most probably stretching him a bit.
I see. So. And you mentioned that he'd come on for the run. I mean, last year I think we said a lot on the programme that your thoroughbreds were coming on for a run, but obviously you've had a thoroughbred winner already this year, so that's not the case.
Well, no, it's I must probably have just I've worked them a bit more on the treadmill, but with horses like as for galloping, I have only a couple to gallop together, so, and I don't believe in galloping them, killing them at home. So I'm pretty happy with the way they're going. The second and the third isn't too bad.
It's El Mansour in front. Karma Chameleon's 2.5 lengths away. El Mansour is still giving. Grey Malkin and Representation are running on. Representation down the outside, but too late. And El Mansour has won.
Well, I think the training performance of the season so far was getting this fellow El Mansour to win after 2 years off the track. I mean, he surprised me. Yeah. Did he surprise you?
A bit, because I knew he was fit, ready to run, but I thought he must probably need the run. I mean, he hasn't galloped with another horse, and he does 90% of his work on the treadmill. So it was a nice surprise.
I think he's gone up to a mark of 79 now, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, they put him up 4 pounds, which I think is still within his capabilities. And like I say, he should improve. He should improve with that. There's another race in Maidan also next week, so hopefully we'll aim for that. Thank God he came out the race nice, sound and everything. So it would be just go and improve.
How are you going to try and avoid the bounce factor with him? It's obviously 2 years off and then racing back after a couple of weeks.
I don't believe
believe
too
that.
much. You know, I send them to the races fit, so they don't seem to, I don't think they run above themselves the first time. I think they, you know, they're quite consistent.